from the News Channel 5 Network and Out and About newspaper. This is Out and About Today.
Welcome to Out and About Today. I'm Brent Meredith. We have a very special Nashville Pride preview show for you tonight. We'll get the inside scoop on all the Nashville Pride events you can enjoy this month. And on tonight's Entertainment Outlook, we'll share some of the top tier entertainment you can expect to see on the Nashville Pride stage. But first, we begin tonight with our Buzz About. I'm joined by my co-host Pam Wheeler, Pride President Claudia Huskey, and Nashville Pride PR and Marketing Director Phil Cobucci. Welcome, guys. It's good to see you. What'd y'all do with Chuck, by the way? Is he gone?
Chuck's on a hiatus.
Oh,
just for this show.
Well, welcome, guys. We appreciate you being here. It's Pride Month. Can you believe it already?
Happy Pride. It's like our Christmas. I say that every year.
It's crazy. It's like Christmas,
It
right?
is. Gay Christmas. It is for me.
Well, let's start with that, actually. Let's start with that, because there was a time when you were Pride President. Remember that?
I do remember it. I first got involved in Pride in like 1999.
Oh, 99.
I know. I mean, you've come a long way, baby. That old saying. It was a whole different animal.
Yeah.
I would get so many compliments because we brought 2,000 folks to Bicentennial Mall where there was no alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, the standard, there had been some transition, and it was a success. I don't want to demean it at all. It was a success. It should always be the best Pride ever, right?
Yeah,
every year.
Well, and it was that very Pride at Bicentennial Mall that I went to that got me spurred to get involved and to help. Just because,
mean that in the best way. That's what you experience it, and then you say, I've got ideas.
Yeah, I jumped in, started the Pride Guide, did that for a number of years, and just kind of helped evolve things. But enough about us.
Enough about us.
I think every past president feels that way. Yeah. I really do. I think they all want to be outdone and for Pride to grow and get better. And Joseph Woodson, our president last year, would tell you that absolutely this year is going to be the best Pride ever.
I know, it's a great feeling to experiencing that. And Claudia, I mean, we know she is the first straight ally president and female. There hasn't been many female presidents, so.
Well, since you.
I know, so it's awesome. I mean, I'm in her corner.
Phil, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and to have Phil here with us, it's nice to have, because I remember back in the day we did some PR marketing stuff, but pre-social media, even pre-website. I mean, we had our open website for a while. It turned to Nashville Pride. We sort of did some news releases even back then and sent them out to print media. It's been such a change. So tell us, what made you want to get involved?
I think it was just seeing what was moving in that direction, how Pride was growing, and feeling that there was a desperate need for someone who knew social and knew web inside and out, and that's my space. Yeah. And so I wanted to be involved in that capacity.
Well, it's great. I mean, it's wonderful to see that online presence. I mean, so many people get that delivery via their phone, via their tablets. I mean, you brought yours here with you today. So, I mean, that's been a huge transition for me to see. I don't know if it's impressed you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can get connected with Pride, know exactly what's going on. It's so easy to get information these days, which is great, as long as you update it, and you all do.
Yeah, and when was the first time you guys ever experienced Pride in general or here?
Well, I first got involved with Pride 3 years ago. Joseph invited me to join the board. They were looking for a secretary, and he said, you're pretty organized, and we worked together at the legislature, and I kind of just stepped in and was helpful, and it didn't seem like, as a straight ally, a festival that was necessarily for me before that point. And once I got to come and experience all of the pride and fascination that was around the festival, I was like, this is absolutely for everybody. Pride really is for all of us, and that was our theme last year, was it can be your Pride, and so it should be, and that's how I got involved, and it's really changed my life for the better in so many ways.
Awesome. Phil, what about you?
I've been in Nashville for 6 years, so ever since I moved to Nashville, I was sort of attending Pride events. I got involved last year as a sponsor, and from that point just became significantly involved, and now I've taken on the role of media and PR.
Well, it's really interesting, Claudia, because you mentioned, it is for everyone, and I know we would always sort of try to portray that whenever we would do the wrap-up of the Pride in the past. We'd show people with their strollers and their kids and their friends and their straight allies, and to see now people actually participate and discover that is fantastic.
Absolutely. My dad came last year with my sister, and it was really cool for me because just to watch folks of his generation come and experience the festival and have a fabulous time and really know that this is, it's aunts and uncles and grandparents. And as more people come out and have, that confidence to be who they are, I think it's just really opening the eyes of a lot of straight allies to realize that this isn't, just somebody on TV. This is, your coworker, your friend, your nephew, and it's a personal thing on a lot of levels. So it just makes me really happy to be involved and help share that message.
Sure. And it's also been interesting to see sort of the distance that people will travel to come and bringing in those numbers. I remember, as Pam, you said that, we had a couple thousand people. That was mostly locals. And now I see people coming in from literally literally, I talked to someone last year from across the country. They chose to come to Nashville Pride over another bigger Pride because they wanted to experience Nashville. What does that say to you, you think?
Well, I mean, I can just say that it's a tremendous compliment to the work that we continue to do as a festival. We're an all-volunteer board, and moving it last year to Public Square Park, I think, allowed us to have an even bigger footprint, not just for the city, but for the Southeast, and hopefully we'll continue to grow and expand. Absolutely. I mean, the Equality Walk, we had more people participate than ever before.
Yeah. These are some of the pictures. I didn't mean to break in there. They're showing some pictures now from past Prides. I pulled these together a couple nights ago. There's our good friend Marissa Richmond. There's some people from the play. I think that was the first year they were in the Pride. This is back when we actually started the parade.
Yeah, yesteryear.
Well, you don't need to look at Pam. Why am I wearing a tank top? What the heck?
Fabulous hat. Yeah.
That's interesting. So I mean, oh wow. And this, I knew they were going to throw this. This is back when, I think 2002, when the Nashville Scenes swimsuit issue, and Pride got to participate. So somehow Pam and I got suckered into with our friends David and Matthew, who were also on the board for doing that.
I know.
I would have bought that issue.
Oh, it was fun. It was a big deal. It was really, but the cool thing about it was just being included. I mean, we had some friends, of course, at the scene. They wanted to include Pride, and we were able to be a part of that issue.
Right. So I have a question, because one thing this board, or in recent years, have done really well is recruit different talent. I know folks who wouldn't have been on our radar, we just look for people who are in our community working hard, but you've added to that. It's a different dimension. Talk about some of your board members that I'm referring to.
Well, I mean, we've added quite a few different people. State Senator Jeff Yarborough is on our board.
That's awesome.
It's really cool, really cool. Mattia Powell, who works for Align Nashville, and a variety of other people beyond that. We're constantly looking to expand our board beyond that, too.
And one of the things that we really are making a push on is partnering stronger with the transgender community. And so we've been making outreaches to that community to try to bring more folks into our board and to have more impact on this process, and especially racial minorities. We're definitely looking to expand our horizons in African American, Latino communities. So we continue to have conversations with those who want to be involved with Pride, just to make sure all of the communities in Nashville know that they are welcome and encouraged to come and participate and have Pride, whoever they are.
It's smart.
It is smart, and I'm glad that you mentioned the T's, because I think oftentimes they do get left out or neglected. Now, just last month with the protest that happened here, to see them be a part of Pride and be a bigger part of the event is fantastic. And I think we're about to head to commercial break, but we'll be right back with just a little bit more for this year's event. We'll have all the details here in just a few minutes when we come back. Stay with us.